Hey everybody, if you want forearms like me, you need two things. Lots of spinach and a divorce. I'm the poverty chef, check it out, kid! Hey guys, welcome back to Poverty Chef, where poor people learn to survive every day. That should be our motto. You know what? That is going to be our motto. Where poor people learn to survive every day. Today, we're doing something special. It's a nice little treat. I cooked it up special. One of the ingredients, the mac and cheese, is going to be viewed in a separate episode. So we're going to do an episode of Get a Gourmet on just off-brand mac and cheese. But today, we're doing mac and cheese with spinach and barbecue sauce. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You see those memes on Facebook that say, y'all arguing about whether or not pineapple goes on pizza. Meanwhile, people are doing this, putting ketchup in their mac and cheese. But hey, the ketchup makes it sweet. It makes it a little taboo, you know. You're exploring. You know, maybe your dad will be mad if you bring home a black man. And maybe your dad will be mad if you put ketchup in your mac and cheese. So, you know, both could be good things. Both could be awful things. Just depends on how much of each you use. I'm not going to get into that anymore. So, one day I just threw a whole bunch of shit into my mac and cheese. I cut up ketchup or cut up hot dogs, spinach. The spinach was like, make it healthy. I don't like hot dogs because it's processed meat. And a lot of your processed meats have a lot of salts and other preservatives in them that are not the best for you. They're not that healthy. By the way, how do you like my hair? That's shower hair. Oh crap, I forgot. I need to get a cup so I can strain the water out of my hair so I can save it. So if they shut off the water, then I've got some drinking water. So spinach isn't the cheapest food, but a little bit goes a long way. Like a little handful like that was more than enough for this mac and cheese. Now that it's heated up and it's, you know, been mixed in, it looks all right. So looks like that. It looks a lot better not being filmed on a potato. The spinach hasn't lost its color. The mac and cheese is nice yellow orange. And so we're gonna get into this. It's very good. The barbecue sauce, it's a little bit spicier than, again, we use Sweet Baby Ray's honey. It's a little bit spicier than ketchup. It's not as spicy as mayonnaise. But it makes it sweet just like the ketchup does. And the spinach doesn't really change anything. I mean, you get some texture. You got some right here. So when I chew it up, I get a little bit of a crunch from like the stems. Spinach stems, not cannabis stems. So you see that right there? That's a spinach stem. It's almost like a bean sprout. The spinach is a vascular plant, so as long as it's fresh, you're going to get that little bit of a crunch no matter what. Unless you boil it, that can get rid of that crunch. But otherwise, the texture is unchanged. The flavor is unchanged as well, but you're still getting that nutritional value, that benefit from the spinach. And as a poor person, your nutrition is critical because when you're poor, shopping for cheap food is ideal because food is one of the places where we can easily save a lot of money. But cheaper foods are usually not the healthier foods, right? Now, like a box of Velveeta versus a box of this, your nutritional content is going to be pretty similar. So if you're looking for a high protein, balanced meal that doesn't have a whole lot of artificial ingredients in it, you're going to get that with pasta too, right? But if you can cut a source, processed meat is a good source to cut because processed meat stays moist and it stays refrigerated. So it's still going to go bad before a box or a bag of pasta. So there's not as much need to put as many preservatives in the pasta because it's a dried product. so it doesn't go bad as fast. And so that's why I accept the artificial ingredients in pasta more than I accept the artificial ingredients in processed meat. That's not to say meat's bad for you. Meat is wonderful for you, but processed meat has a lot of stuff added to it that's not good. It's very delicious. And I'm kind of tired. So, yeah, I'm not, I don't know what to say. Well, you know, you guys want to hear a story or something? I hear you mumbling in the comments. Yes, we'd like to hear a story. But I can't, I don't know if you want a story or not because this video hasn't posted yet. If you guys hear that clickety clackety in the background, it's one of my dogs eating peanut butter. From the jar. From the jar. That's why that's that hard biting sound, because she's chewing up the jar. Well, it's one of those giant jars, because the liver video we buy in bulk when we can. So when I get to the bottom of it, I've got this big butcher knife, right? That's all I can scoop peanut butter with, unless it's the fork, but the fork it leaves the weird streaks and it's hard to collect those up. Spoons are nice, but it's also nice to give the dogs a treat, so I just use the knife, and then once I get to the point that I can't scoop any more out with the butcher knife, I just let the dogs lick the inside clean. Yeah, so back to nutrition for poor people. It's easy to get high-calorie foods for a low cost, but it's not the easiest to get a well-balanced vitamin and mineral-rich meal for a low cost. That's one reason why I eat so much pasta and beans, because pasta is usually fortified with your B vitamins, and then beans and pasta both are incomplete proteins, but they complement each other, so you're getting your protein there. Beans have some natural minerals and vitamins. Keep in mind, canned beans don't have a lot. We do eat a lot of fruit. Hello? Can I help you? You have peanut butter all over your face. You guys want to see my dog? You can see her. She's dirty, so don't pay attention to her. Whoop. Hello. Hello. I know she's not a pit bull, so don't ask. But another good source of vitamins and minerals is going to be fresh fruit, and you can get those pretty cheap. Apples, bananas, and oranges. Bananas are by far the cheapest, and everybody is always like, what's a good source of potassium? Well, most vegetables are a good source of potassium, and a lot of fruits are a good source of potassium, so it's kind of silly that one fruit has that stereotype. Anyway, they have vitamin C in them, just like a lot of your citrus fruits do. The vast majority of citrus fruits, actually. And bananas are like 59 cents a pound. So you can get like 2 bananas for 59 cents. I mean, if that's not a good deal, then I don't know where you're shopping. And then oranges. Oranges and apples both range from probably 80 to 150 cents a pound. And so with good oranges, you're only getting like 1 orange per pound, but that's still quite a bit of nutrition. It's going to help balance out those Big Macs and dollar menu items that you're eating. And like I said, spinach. Big bag like this is like $5 or $6, and those bags are very light, so you feel like you're not getting a whole lot, but like I said, a little bit goes a long way. The one thing I've noticed with mac and cheese, you got to use mouthwash or brush your teeth after you eat them because it gets kind of cakey on your teeth. But adding a vegetable like spinach to your mac and cheese can help. Cavemen used to eat a whole bunch of raw vegetables and they never had to brush their teeth. I hear one of you in the comments right now just click-clacking away. Talking about, oh yeah, but the ancient people used to die a lot earlier too. That's the average lifespan though, you know? If you don't include infant mortality, then the average lifespan for all of human history is pretty close. For example, in ancient Sparta, you couldn't become a member of the, I forgot what it's called, the Gerousia or something. It's like the council. It's the equivalent of a congress for Sparta. You couldn't get that job until you were 60. So, in order to have a council of 60-year-olds, you have to have a decent portion of your population living to be pretty old. They don't have to just make it to 60 years old, they also have to live past that so they can serve their terms, which were only terms of 1 year, but that means that they had to live to be 61, which I think our average lifespan right now is between 70 and 80 years. And over a 2,000-year gap between us and ancient Sparta, that's not a huge difference. I got a story for you before I go. I'm almost done. I got to go to work too. Used to work at Big Five selling shoes, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, what shoes do you recommend for my foot health?" And I said, "Well, honestly, man, most healthy thing you could do is go barefoot." His mood changes immediately. He says, "No, I'm a doctor and you're supposed to wear shoes." I was like, "Yeah, but like cave people and the Spartans and excuse me, the ancient Egyptians, a lot of them, a lot of ancient slaves, all these other people used to go barefoot all the time." He's like, "Oh yeah, but their lifespan, they used to die really young." I was like, "Well, obviously you're not a very smart doctor, if you're a doctor at all, because then you would know the infant mortality rate is a huge factor in how we consider average lifespan." Which it shouldn't be, since infant mortality has swayed so much through human history. Infant mortality is almost zero in the West right now, but it's still pretty high in other places of the world. And then most of human history, it's like more than 10% some places, and sometimes. Anyway, when you're done, that's what the inside of your pot or your bowl is going to look like. So you don't want to waste it. If you let it sit too long, it gets hard. It's hard to eat. So I just give it to the dogs and then let them lick the fork off. And it means I don't have to wash dishes. Just kidding. I do. But I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to boil that like button. Again, not literally. And sprinkle some spinach on the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.